They said a single word could kill. In an age of kings and cathedrals, long before science could name disease or explain fate, the world trembled before something unseen. The curse. From peasants whispering hexes by candlelight to popes excommunicating entire cities, medieval Europe lived in terror of invisible vengeance. Coins, books, tombs, even the crown jewels were guarded by spells and warnings. But what if those curses were more than just superstition? What if, behind the smoke and the fear, were real plagues, poisons, and the political power plays hidden in plain sight? This is the untold history of the Middle Ages' strangest weapon, words sharper than swords, and the curses that shape empires. Our story begins in 19th century France. Imagine a monk, hunched over a desk in a cold monastery, dipping his scroll into dark ink. He's not just copying scripture, he's setting a trap. On the final page, he writes a chilling warning: whoever steals this book, may he die the death of Judas. To the medieval mind, words weren't just symbols. They held real power, divine or demonic. This monk's curse wasn't a metaphor. It was a binding spell, a spiritual act meant to protect what was sacred. As monasteries grew richer, their illuminated manuscripts glittered like treasure, and the curses became even more terrifying. One read: "Now if anyone takes me away, may he be roasted on a spit and his intestines turned to fire." Centuries later, when scientists examined these parchments, they found something shocking: traces of mercury, lead, and the arsenic in the ink. What was thought to be a holy curse was actually a form of chemical warfare, a poisoned book, ready to punish any thief who touched it. The power of curses soon entered the halls of royalty. When William the Conqueror died, his tomb was sealed with the inscription, "He who disturbs this tomb shall be cursed with everlasting pain." Fast forward to the French Revolution, when his tomb was finally opened. Witnesses recorded that the air inside was foul beyond measure. Several men who disturbed the grave died soon after, allegedly from bad vapors. Today, historians suspect they might have unleashed anthrax spores, locked inside for centuries, a biological curse hidden in time. From England to Bohemia, tales of cursed relics spread like wildfire. The cursed chalice of Prague was said to drive anyone who drank from it to madness. Modern analysis: it was laced with lead. But not all curses were about death and disease. Some were pure politics. In 1215, when King John of England signed the Magna Carta, he did so under the threat of a papal curse. Pope Innocent III declared an anathema, divine condemnation, on anyone who dared to defy the new order. The curse was a tool of international diplomacy, a spiritual weapon ensuring obedience to Rome. The threat was so potent, it held kings in check. And then there's the tragedy that inspired Umberto Eco's famous novel, The Name of the Rose. At the Abbey of Monte Cassino, monks began dying mysteriously after reading a forbidden book. The secret: the pages had been coated with a toxic oil. To turn the brittle pages, the monks would lick their fingers, sealing their own fate with every word they read. Perhaps the most famous curse of all is that of the Knights Templar. In 1314, as their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burned at the stake, he shouted through the flames, "Pope Clement and the King Philip, you shall both face God within the year." In a stunning twist of fate, both men died within months. Was it a coincidence or cosmic justice? The medieval world had no more doubt. It was a curse fulfilled. By the late Middle Ages, it seemed every castle, crypt, and the cathedral held a dark secret. But science would eventually offer explanations: lead poisoning, toxic fungi, bacteria, even radiation in pigments used to illuminate manuscripts. But for the people of the time, the curses worked because their belief made them real. Fear was their alchemy. And the greatest irony? The very words that terrified millions also preserved thousands of priceless manuscripts. Thieves stayed away, and the books survived cursed, but safe. So the next time you see words carved into ancient stone, remember, they might not just be decoration. In the Middle Ages, even words had teeth. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the past fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more hidden histories. See you next time.